Today we will be doing a tutorial for this awesome kind of cathedral, almost evil looking cathedral in the Nether 1.16 theme. I'm really excited about it, guys, and I hope you guys are too. If you are, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe because it really helps me out. And a lot of you guys aren't subscribed, which is great. I love that there's so many new people finding my content and everything, but if you guys subscribe, it actually does help me out. So with that said though, for those of you who are new, this is YoMeister238. Tutorials is kind of my thing. I do that all the time. And this one, as you can see by the pictures and everything, is a very cool one, a little dark themed, but I really like how it turned out. I will be posting the materials in just 1 second, but I do want to say once again, thank you guys for all the support I've been getting as well, all the comments, everything like that. It's always super encouraging to see you guys, and forming the community that we have right now is always very, very special to me. But with that said, I think we'll actually just go ahead and jump into the tutorial, building it block by block. I'll give the materials in just 1 second, and enjoy the video, guys. Stay tuned for more. So very first thing we want to do, as usual, as you can see, I have established my grid, which by this sign we can see that it is 19 wide, 21 thick. So that's 19 wide this way and 21 thick this way. And it is actually a very tall build, so I included the height because the Nether sometimes does limit how high your build can go. It is 34 tall. For the first materials we're going to get some polished blackstone bricks, blackstone, and stripped dark oak log, and we're going to lay down the foundation first, starting with the front left corner of this build. So if we go in the grid, and you guys also don't have to do the grid, this just makes it so that you know for sure you have enough space. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks over. Then we'll go 1 block out, and we'll place our first polished blackstone brick right here. And this will get a little bit repetitive because this is just building the frame right now, but we do have to do it in order to actually do this build. So what we're going to do is we'll go 1, 2, 3 up, then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stripped dark oak log on the top. Now that we got that first post in, we're actually going to go ahead and skip 5 blocks. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3 with polished blackstone bricks, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, make sure that is a 5 gap in the middle, because if it's not, then you're already building it wrong. Now that we got that though, we'll go ahead and get our blackstone out, and we're going to start going this way. We're going to place 1, 2, 3, do another one of these posts, which these posts are all going to be the same, which is just 1, 2, 3 blackstone bricks with the 5 stripped dark oak log on top. And we'll go 1, 2, 3 the blackstone again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And now we're going to start wrapping around and kind of making a T shape of the build. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then over here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I accidentally placed too many bricks. And basically we'll just keep doing this until we get sort of a T looking shape. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, what I've done is I've done 2 of these sections right here, so 3 posts, then we went over 1, right? And now we're doing 3 of these posts again, and now we're actually going to start going back towards the middle so that we can start creating this T shape. So we'll get our blackstone out, we'll go 1, 2, 3, get our bricks out, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is where we're actually going to go ahead and skip another 5 blocks because we do want these 2 panels right here are going to be a little bit unique, because this is going to be the front door and this is going to be a special window. So we'll actually go ahead and skip 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these 2 posts should align up perfectly. And then basically what we're just going to do is we're just going to do a symmetrical shape. We're just going to copy how this looks and replicate it but mirrored. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, we'll basically keep doing this. I'll show you exactly how to do it just in case you guys are getting a little bit confused. But I'll show you the full thing because that's what tutorials are meant for, is to show you every little part and show you guys know exactly how to build the build and everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. We'll go, oh, I accidentally went into 1 too soon. Sorry about that. As you can see, I'm not the best at doing tutorials too. After all this time, I've done so many tutorials and I always make mistakes, but I guess that's part of the process too, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we'll just mirror the rest of this right here, which is 1, 2, 3, right there, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So we got the T shape right here, and this is the very first part of our cathedral that we're doing, and I'll look into what we're going to do next, but yeah, that's the foundational part of it done. With the initial frame done, we'll actually go to our chest, and including the materials we already had, we're going to add in addition dark oak planks and dark oak stairs as well. And now what we're going to do is we're still not going to work on the front door or the special window just yet. Instead, we're going to get all the super easy windows out of the way. The design for that basically goes 1, 2, 3 dark oak planks, and actually what we'll do is we'll make a rectangle using the dark oak planks. So just make a rectangle. You should have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space in the middle. We'll get our dark oak stair and put 1 upside down right there on top of this first plank. And then underneath the top plank, we'll put another plank so that in all we have a 1x3 window at the very end. Once again, I'll do that again real quick. So you make the rectangle. And once the rectangle is complete, you put 1 plank below the top one and an upside down dark oak stair. And basically, you're just going to go around the entire build, repeating this entire thing over and over and over again. We'll repeat it on each and every single one of the 3 width long kind of areas that we got right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward through it so you guys can see me building it, and then we'll start building the second story of this build. So with that said, let's actually start going into a little bit of a time lapse. And with that little bit of a time lapse done, we have got all the windows pulled up to the right height, and they are all looking very symmetrical, very boring at the time, because eventually we will detail and make this look nicer. But now we're going to move on to doing the second story, which the second story is so simple. What we'll do is we'll go 1, 2, 3 on top of this stripped dark oak log, and then we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you guys should already be seeing a pattern because we're basically doing the exact same thing. We'll have the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's literally just a repeat of what we just did, except this time we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black stone crossing across the bottom, unlike we are crossing past this part right here, unlike we did last time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, I just totally used the wrong block right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the only difference this time is I'll show the layout right here. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3 of the post and everything, because we will have a little bit of a different part on the front. So if we keep going around, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right here, we will also have blackstone go all the way across. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you'll basically just keep doing this around the entire build. But what we will have different right here as well is once we get the post in, which are each 5 tall, we'll actually just fill in this whole part with dark oak planks, because there's going to be a roof going onto this section right here, so you won't even be able to see this wall. It's just going to be a very plain wall because again it's going to be hidden. So now that we got that though, you'll raise the post on each and every single one of these and duplicate the windows as well, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in just 1 second. But the same windows on this part in the same kind of frame that we've already done, and then we'll move on to the next part. Now we have this all done and filled in with all the windows and everything. In addition to the materials we already had, which is these ones right here, we're also going to have trapdoors, the dark oak trapdoors. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the front door and show how to do this back piece as well, which I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show this back one first. So what we're going to do first is we'll get our blackstone. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on top of that, we'll have our dark oak planks, and we'll go 1, 2, skip 1, 1, 2, and place an upside, oh, actually, I'm sorry, that will be on the next layer. So we fill in that full layer right there, then we go 1, 2, skip 1, 1, 2, put in an upside down dark oak stair. From there, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna fill in 1, 2, we're actually gonna skip another one, so 1, 2 like that. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 on either side, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the very top, we'll go 1, 2, 3 across so that we get this upside down window. And the reason we have this upside down window is because we're gonna make its complementary twin up above it, and we're just gonna kind of mirror that shape. So what we're gonna do is we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark oak planks, then we'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll actually just make a rectangle real quickly, because that will make my mind think a little less hard. And then what we'll do is we'll go across this layer right there and put the 3 planks in, and then we'll put 1 on either side. As you can see, what we've basically done is we've created 2 windows, and it looks like they could actually be pieced together to create a kind of diamond, but they're separated by this blackstone right there. So that is how we do the front part, or the back part, excuse me. And now we're gonna go into the back and do the back door, which the back door is pretty easy. What we're gonna do first and foremost is we'll just get our dark oak planks, and we'll go all the way to the top on either side. So we'll do that real quickly. And now that we got that, we can start building the first bits of the door frame. So if we go 1, 2 blocks up on the third one, we're gonna place an upside down dark oak stair there and mirror on the other side right there as well. Then we'll get our dark oak trap door, and on the top part of the stair, we'll connect it in the middle with the trap door. From there, we can go ahead and shift and right click on the trap door to put a dark oak plank, and then put 2 dark oak stairs upside down right next to it. And then we'll just build this one more up right there, and this is going to be another window that we've got in the front. And that's basically those 2 parts done, and that's actually all I looked at, so I'll figure out what we're going to do next, and I'll meet you in one cut. Now, the next part we're going to do is going to be roofs, which, for those of you guys who have been watching my videos for a while, you guys know this is my least favorite part, but it's got to be done, and this one's actually not too terrible this time. So the materials is going to be blackstone, blackstone stairs, and blackstone slabs, and once again, it's a symmetrical, pretty easy roof to follow along with. So let's get our blackstone blocks out, and first we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to overlay right here. The way you know if you've got it right is basically we'll always go 1 block over the edge, because that's how most roofs hang in real life, is just over the edge of the actual wall. Now that we got that, we'll get our Blackstone stairs. We'll go 1 block down below, and we'll do the same thing, which is going to be 9 blocks long. And then we'll get our Blackstone slabs, and what we'll do is we'll layer 1 underneath the stair right here. And then we'll actually go 1 more block out and put another layer of Blackstone slabs right next to it right there, which I did go too far with that. Now that we got that, we'll get our Blackstone blocks out again, and we'll do a layer of 2 blocks this time going across the whole thing right here. And then we'll go up and we'll do a layer of 4, which I'm going to build the first layer right here, the second one. This is the easiest way to build it. And then we'll actually make that 4 tall overall. So when you get over here, this is what it should be looking like so far. Now that we got that, we'll go ahead and do the very last layer, which is going to be a 3 high layer. So we got that layer right there. And this will be 2 more up here. And this will be the very, very tippy top of the roof. Right there, as you can see, just like that. And what I'll do, just because roofs can be confusing, I'll do it again, even though that one isn't too bad, except I'll do it a lot more quick this time. We got the stairs. We're going to want the slabs right here. And unfortunately, roofs are a little bit annoying to build if you're doing this in survival, because if you fall off, you get hurt, and you know, that whole spiel is never fun in survival to build this. So this whole thing, you got to be careful too, because it is a very, very tall build. And if you fall off in survival, you can get hurt pretty bad or pretty much killed, I think. It's because it's just such a tall build that we have going on. But now that we got this roof completed, both sides are symmetrical. We'll get our Blackstone stairs and we'll put an upside down stair right here, here, here. And we'll do that on this side as well, which is, again, it's right here, here, and here. Oop, upside down one. And then we'll get a Blackstone slab and put one right there as well. And as you can see, this is the first part of the roof done. We will eventually texture it and everything like that. And I'm going to figure out how to do this part right here, this building up of this window, because I'm not exactly sure. So I'll look into that. Now for this next part, the materials we're going to want to go ahead and get is going to be dark oak planks, polished Blackstone bricks, Blackstone stairs, and Blackstone slab as well. And as you can see, we did finish this roof, which is really good. Now we're going to finish this with a bit of a window section. So what we're going to do is we'll get our dark oak planks, and this should be 1, 2, 3, 4 tall right here. On the very top one, we're going to place 1 plank and go in the middle. 1 plank and go in the middle, but we won't fill in this one right here because it's going to be a bit more of a window extension. We'll actually go 1 block up, and we'll do another one and go meet in the middle, so there's a 2 gap right there. And then for this part right here, we're actually just going to fill the rest of this in with dark oak planks so that we have the window complete right there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to build this roof section as well, which is super, super simple. I'll start from this block right here. We're going to go all the way out and go 1 block over using the Blackstone. And then we'll get our stairs out. We'll do the same thing. And it very heavily resembles the house, the roof line that we just did. Then we'll get our slabs. And like before, we'll have 2 slabs go out every single time, like so. And now that we got that, we'll go ahead and get our Blackstone. And if you guys guessed that we're going to go and do a 2 block layer, you were 100% right. But from there, it does get a little bit different from what we just did with the other roof. From there, we're actually going to go ahead and do a 3 high layer. So I'm going to do the first 2 blocks right here. And then we'll layer another one on top of this. So right there like that. And then we're going to go over another block, and we're actually going to do another 3 layer. So we're going to do this, and this is what makes the house so darn tall, is this roof right here, because it goes very, very tall. And then on the very last layer, this is the middle one right here, we're actually going to go 4 tall as well. So we'll have that right there, and then we'll put on another 2 layer right there. And I did not really account for space, but I almost didn't have enough to actually go. Actually, I don't think I will have enough, because once I start building the roof over here, I might have to break some of that a little bit, but that's all right. So now that we got that done, the way we should have it is on top of the post, we have 1 block. From there, we go down 1 stair, then 2 slabs. And from there, it goes 1, 2 up, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up. And I will, once again, do this again just because for those of you who struggle with roofs and that sort of thing, which is me, basically, I will repeat this once again so you guys can see exactly how to do it. So we have the blocks. And right below that, we do have these stairs. If you guys want to skip this too and just go on to the next part, I totally understand that too. We have the slabs down here. Then we have got the blocks right here that goes up another 1, 2 layers. So let's go ahead and build that really, really quickly. And then we just go up another one diagonally. We'll have the 3 layer. So we got this and the 3 layer. And then the very last one, it should meet flush in the middle, is going to be another 3 layer right here. Which, if we fill this in right here, you can see that it does meet perfectly flush in the middle. And yeah, that's what that roof should be looking like. Then we'll get our Blackstone stairs out. We'll put upside down stair there, 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 and there. And we'll do the same thing on this side as well. So whoops, and I accidentally fell down a little bit. We'll put the stairs on each and every single one of those so that we get a nice clean looking roof shape. And then don't forget the slab to put underneath that one as well. Now that we got that, We'll get our polished black stone bricks out, and we're actually going to go all the way across on top of this dark oak layer right here, all the way across right there. And we're going to create one more window up here as well. So if we layer all the way across now with dark oak planks, we'll put 1, 2, 1, 2 on either side, then we'll put 1, 2, 1, 2. And we should have a 1x3 window once we complete it. That's just one block above. So you see it's 1x3 right there. And then for the rest of this space, we'll actually just fill this in with dark oak planks, like so. And that's what the window and this part of the roof and house should look like. We'll basically just go ahead and actually mirror the whole thing on the other side, which I'm going to skip through. Or actually, I'll do a time lapse of it so you guys can see me doing it. But then after that, the roof should be complete. For this next part, now that we got the full roof done, we will go in our chest, and as you can see, we got polished black stone brick wall, dark oak fence, black stone slab, iron bars, and purple stained glass pane as well. And I guess we'll kind of be doing a little bit of a frame around the house kind of thing. I don't know what you would call this, but it does look nice, so let's hop onto it. What we're going to do is the very first thing is we'll get our blackstone slabs, and on this layer right here on the 5th block, or on the actual brick part, or on the bottom half part, we'll go ahead and we'll actually wrap around with this blackstone slab around the entire build. So we'll just keep wrapping around until we eventually get to the other side, which we are now there. That's the very, very first step, the simplest step too as well. From there, we can go ahead and raise this up one block in the corner, and basically every other block now is we're gonna place another slab and make it a full block. So we'll place another block, other block. You should never place one in the middle right here if you're doing this right, and it should always end up in the corner if you're doing it right as well. And it kind of gives it kind of a weird castle look, but I like this. I like the way this turned out, so we're gonna keep it and we're gonna keep going with it. There we go. Now that we got all the blackstone slabs all put around looking really nice and pretty, what we're going to do on each and every single corner of these is we'll actually put one wall on the top and on the bottom, and then we'll put a fence on top and on the bottom as well, and then we'll actually have iron bars on the bottom and on the top as well. And this adds a bunch more detail and makes the build look a lot cooler. We'll do this on every single corner of this trim that we put. There we go. That's the word, trim, which is basically just this weird spike structure. But I don't know, comment down below if you guys like it, because I think it actually looks kind of cool with that detail. It was a fun little addition that I added. And then we'll put the fence with the iron bars on the top and on the bottom. Placing these things, you got to be very, very careful when building tutorials. If you guys ever do your own tutorial, I always feel like I got to place it right first try, because if I don't, then I don't look as professional. And so I'm always working on my, I guess, my focusing skill when placing these blocks down. Now that we got that though, let's go ahead and move on to the next part, which the next part is if we go from this block right here, right in front of the stone brick block, and we go 1, 2 over on the second block, we'll actually place a polished black stone brick wall. And then we'll place a fence, we'll get a purple stained glass pane out, and we'll put 2 of those. And then we'll put another fence and a black stone wall, and it should look like, and we will take this down as well, this one slab right there. It looks like a cool support beam for the front of this build, which I really like how that turns out. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. So again, we'll put the black stone slab right there, put the wall, fence, and then we'll do 2 of the purple stained glass panes, and then we'll put the wall and the fence as well, making it look like we got a structure support right there, and it looks really nice. I love the way that turned out. Then we'll get our polished black stone wall, and we're going to do the same thing we did over here, which is putting one wall there, a fence with an iron bar on top, and we'll do that on both sides as well. Right there, the iron bar again. And the next thing we want to do is we'll actually go where this post is right here, we'll go down another slab, and we'll do the same thing we just did. So we'll put a wall, a fence, 2 of the purple stained glass panes, which as you can see I did mess up, so now it doesn't look as professional. Oh no. But there's that. We got that structure, but we won't actually put a spike there too. I don't want a spike on that one, so we're gonna keep that plain, but we will do it on this other side over here as well. So we'll go 1 slab down, we'll put the wall, a fence, 2 of the purple glass, and then a fence and a wall below it to make it look like we got some more support. And as you can see, it's definitely starting to come together. We'll move on to the other roof section part, so let's hop onto that. So hopping into it, which I don't know why I did that, but whatever. We're actually gonna get black concrete powder, black stone stairs, black stone slabs, polished black stone brick wall, dark oak fence, iron bars, and dark oak trapdoors as well. And the first thing I want to start off with is just placing one black stone brick, or one black stone block right there, because I did forget to put that. And the next thing we'll do is we'll probably put the tips on each of these roofs. So on the very tippy tip top block, we'll actually put an upside down stair here on this side, and then we'll do the same thing on this roof right here and this one right here as well. From there, we can go ahead and start doing a little bit of detailing on the roof. So if we go 1-2 blocks over, we'll actually break this block, put a slab, and then we'll start doing breaking blocks and just placing slabs until we get to this point where we don't want to do it anymore. That's how you want to detail this first part of the roof. And up here, we'll do the exact same thing. So we'll skip 1-2 blocks, then we'll break slabs, skip every other block like so, just replacing them with bottom half slabs until you get right there. Then you do 1-2 stop, and you can see already it's looking a lot cooler. From there, we can get our dark black or our black stone slabs, and on this block right here, we'll place one slab down, and like that, going across the entire thing. We'll do the exact same thing right on over here. So we'll place one right there, there, and there. And then over here, if you guessed it, we're actually going to do the exact same thing, except all the way across this time. So going all the way across this entire thing, which I did not mean to place one right there or there. I didn't mean to place that there. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling a little bit. There we go. So now that we got all those slabs down there, we can actually do some of the spires and everything like that, which for the spires on this layer, we'll put a wall, then we'll put a fence, and then we'll put 2 iron bars on top in this corner right here. Then we'll do another one smack in the middle, so center with this window right here, we'll put a wall with a fence and then 2 iron bars. And we'll do the same thing right here on this corner with the fence and the 2 iron bars. And then we'll also do it in these 2 corners as well. So we'll put wall, fence, iron bars right there. And one very last one right here in this corner with the iron bars. Yeah. Now that we got that, we can go ahead on these tippy tops where we put the stairs right here. We're actually going to go ahead and put a polished black stone brick wall. Then we'll put a fence, and we'll actually do only 1 iron bar this time. And we'll do the same thing on top of these ones right here as well, which is the fence and the iron bar. And we'll do the same thing right here, fence, iron bar, just like so. That is how that should be looking. It's looking fantastic. Now, if we get a dark oak fence, the next thing we want to do is right below this layer we did last time, the trim of the black stone, we will basically just wrap this whole thing around and fence going around the entirety of this build, except we will put a fence right there, then stop. We'll skip these 5 blocks and then just keep going around just because that adds a tiny bit more extra detail, which I really like. And then we'll have the fence wrap around. We're using dark oak fence, and I forgot, we also want our spruce fence out as well, so don't forget that too, because we do actually need that. For the spruce fence, we'll actually just put 1-2 blocks right there, and the reason I do that is, the only reason that's spruce is because of lighting reasons. It looks really nice and bright underneath that, which I like. And then we'll do the same thing on these roofs as well. We'll put 1-2 spruce fence there. We'll fly around real quick, and then we'll do 1-2 spruce fence right there too. And that is looking pretty good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, we got the black concrete powder for a reason. The reason is because we actually put some bushes around. These are going to be some dead bushes, since this looks like more of a haunted cathedral than anything else. We'll put some bushes right there. We'll get some right here. And I like the black concrete because it's got a good texture for this sort of thing. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll make these extend maybe. I like that right there. That looks pretty good. A little bit on evenness, just to give the build a bit more depth, I guess you could say. And then over here, we'll have the bushes right there as well. And I think that part is basically done. Let's go ahead and get our dark oak fence, and we'll also go ahead and actually create a little bit of a cross. So the way we do that is place 1, 2, 3, 4 fence. Then on the second to top one, we'll actually just place 2 fences going out like so. And it does create a cross on top of this cathedral that we've got going on. I'm going to look to make sure I didn't miss any details, but oh, trapdoors. Almost forgot the trapdoors. For those, we'll actually go ahead and on this, I'll check just to make sure I'm not getting it wrong for you guys real quick, and I'll be back in just one clip. Which, now that I know what to do with the trapdoors, we'll get those out, and basically on every single corner, we'll put trapdoors on this first block right here, and then on this block of dark stripped oak log right there. And we'll do that on basically every single corner that you see, just wrapping it around, putting the trapdoors, because this makes it look like it's more foundational, kind of like a good transition between the logs and the stone bricks. Or not stone bricks, but the black stone bricks. I keep calling them stone bricks because it's the exact same texture, just black, but you guys get what I'm saying. You guys can tell what I'm saying. And then we'll put the slabs right here, unless maybe you don't speak English as well. My English is a little rowdy and a little quick, so that might be hard to understand. But now that we got that, I think the very last thing we have to actually do is put the glass windows and texture it up. I'm not doing an interior because unfortunately this video is already very, very long and I don't want to make too long of a tutorial. If you guys want to see an interior for this, comment down below and I will try to get to that. But let's go ahead, hop onto my other world and show what I did with the glass windows and with the texturing, and then we'll be just done. Now that we are in my original world where I actually built this, I can show you exactly how I textured it and what I did, which it's not too crazy. So for the roof, I just mixed in a ton of polished blackstone bricks and brick slabs and that sort of thing, just to add a ton more texture. You can see it looks like cool patches, and it differs from the blackstone a little bit, making it not look like one giant mess, which I absolutely love. It adds so much more detail, and it's a little detail that affects a lot in the build. So that's how I textured up the roof. I also textured up, these slabs right here, the trim and everything like that. And then what I also did is on every single surface I could, you can see that there are polished blackstone pressure plates. And I would skip every block. I'd go one, skip a block, one, skip a block, one. And this was to actually mob-proof the house, but also add a tiny bit of detail. If you fly above it now, it looks like there's a lot more, I guess, depth to the roof. It looks really, really cool. If you wanted even more depth too, you could actually break some of the roof and make it look, using stairs and slabs and stuff, making it look a little bit more broken. But then you can also notice that I actually have some string, which I place that down for mob-proofing on every single block, because while the pressure plates do mob-proof, so do the stairs and so do the slabs up here. You also do need string in order to mob-proof your house, because you don't want some of those pigman zombies or whatever spawning on top of your roof. You don't want that. So I did that. And then I also added in quite a few lanterns hanging around, using that one 3 lanterns rule where at one time you can only ever see 3 lanterns, because I hate when you see too much of that type of stuff. So I do have some lanterns hanging up though. I did not use the Soulfire ones too, because I think that the bright yellow kind of fits a bit more with the way that this build looks and everything. But, feel free to use Soulfire lanterns if you would like. If you want to texture up these logs even more, I just realized what I could have done is gotten strip spruce log and actually intermix that with this log right here to add a bit of brightness to it. But for my feel, for my purpose, I kind of wanted it to be a bit darker, so I didn't actually add that. But the last thing I did was the windows, which I'll show you how I did those. I used only purple, magenta, and pink stained glass when I built this. But for the bottom layer windows, there's always a pattern. What I did is I did purple, purple, so I did 2 purples on top and bottom. In the middle, I did magenta. And I did that on every single window. You see purple, magenta, purple, magenta, purple. Then going a layer up, I actually did magenta and pink, and I did magenta, magenta, so 2 of those with the pink inside, always the brightest on the middle. So I did that going around this whole thing. So magenta, pink, magenta, magenta, pink, magenta. So I did that on the second layer, and then on the very third layer, I actually did a little bit of an opposite thing. I did pink, purple, pink, and I did this on both sides of these windows as well. Pink, purple, pink right there. So that's what I did for the windows. For the actual big stained windows right here, I used purple, magenta, and I created crosses in the middle. So you can see I got a cross right there with the purple on all sides, and up here we've got the magenta with the pink cross too as well, which I really, really like. I would not recommend building an upside down cross just because that is kind of sacrilegious and everything. So I do have 2 upright crosses in my build. Originally I did that, and then I realized that was probably not the best idea. Now if we go over to the front too, you can see over here, this was kind of just a random design too. I put in some purple, some magenta, and I just kind of mixed it up a little bit. If you guys can tell, it's kind of hard to tell between each of the colors, but this is just how I built it. If you guys want to build it exactly like I did. But there is that, and I think, we also put some banners, black banners every once in a while, because banners are always a good addition to any build you do. They always add just a bit more depth and a bit more detail, and the flowing of them looks really nice too. And then the very last detail is these dark oak signs, which I put above each of these windows whenever I could, just to add a tiny bit more depth to the walls that are otherwise kind of flat as is. So I wanted to add a tiny bit more of oomph to the actual build itself. And from there, whew, a little breathless there. That's actually it. That's the entire mansion. Nope, one more detail, one very last detail right here. So I actually don't put a doorway on this, and the reason behind that, I showed this in one of my last videos, is that I have some black carpet here. And that means that, say there's a zombie right here, which, let me go ahead, actually, I'll put myself in easy, and I'll get one of those zombie guys. What, Zoglin, is that his name, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so we have the Zoglin right there, right? And if I were to put myself into survival, he actually can't come and get me because he thinks that there's a, oh, never mind, I was wrong. Whoa. Maybe my method isn't as foolproof as I thought it was. But that's what I would do to try to prevent them from coming in, is having this carpet 4 3 thick deep so that they can't get through. I think him getting through was actually a glitch or something. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. But with that said, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial, even if I did just do an epic fail right there. It was definitely fun to build, and if you guys want an interior, comment down below. Otherwise, I won't actually do one because I don't have one prepared yet. If we were to fly into here right now, you can see that there is no interior just yet. But again, just comment down below if you guys want to see one done, and I will do my best to make the best interior I possibly can. But we've already run way over time, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Check out the link on Planet Minecraft if you guys don't want to actually build this yourself, and I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you in the next video, which I have no idea what that's going to be. And as always, ciao.